Hey there, what is going on, guys? It's Tommy here from Saleslucky, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some books that I've been reading for the months of January and February. Got a couple books here. The first one is called Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. I actually like this book so much that I wrote a whole blog post on this and a couple things that I've learned from it. But in a nutshell, it's a really good book, and you guys got to pick it up. It's an autobiography by Matthew McConaughey. I mean, if you don't know who he is, he's a very famous Hollywood actor. This book was recommended to me by a friend, and I honestly wasn't expecting it to be so good, but it really is just so good for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's got so much authenticity, wisdom, charm, and just good old American swagger in that book. And he shares, some of his views that, especially what's happening in our society today and all the stuff that's happening. He really shares authentically some of his views, and it really kind of resonated with me. It's what some of that stuff is what I've been feeling as well. And also, it's just great to hear his journey. And again, there's just so much wisdom in this book, and authenticity. It's just incredible. So I would highly recommend that. The second book here is Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. And I originally listened to the audiobook, but I read the actual book this time. And I mean, the entire premise is summarized in the title, but definitely worth reading for the different situations in this book. But the concept is extreme ownership. It's taking ownership of everything in our lives. And because at the end of the day, we can only control what we can control, which is our thoughts and our actions. Extreme ownership really teaches us to take ownership and of the things and results in our lives. Because the thing is, when we point fingers at other people, when we put blame on other people, when we put blame on other situations, circumstances outside of ourselves, we lose the power to act. Because we're putting that responsibility onto something outside of ourselves. So we give up our own power when we do that. So it's so important to take extreme ownership, take ownership of everything in your life, because then you have the ability to go out and make a change. Because if balls in your court, you can do something about it, right? All right, so the third book here is actually, I've got a physical book here with me, Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. Now, Russell's got 3 books in this series. The first one is .com Secrets, second one is Expert Secrets, and the third one is here Traffic Secrets. So each one of them are different topics within this internet marketing game. Russell is a legendary entrepreneur in this internet marketing space. I mean, he built I don't know if it's 8 or 9 figure SaaS company, basically bootstrapped without funding, which is just absolutely incredible. And he was cash flow positive when he was doing it too. Just incredible marketer, and has really changed because of his work and ClickFunnels. It's really changed the landscape of internet marketing and a lot of ways marketing in general. But in this book particularly, he talks about how you can get unlimited source of traffic, essentially, and the mindset and the high level strategies behind that, no matter what platform you're using, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever it might be, and regardless of the point in time. Because if this was 2 years ago, or if this was 2 years from now, the internet space changes so fast that what Russell has done is really share the mindset and the high level strategies for you to really teach you how to fish, instead of giving you a fish, so to speak. Instead of giving you the specific tactics that might work today and not tomorrow, but instead he's teaching you how to think about these things, so you can go out and get the traffic you need, regardless of when you're watching this video, when you're reading this book. The last book that I'll share with you here is Switch On by Nick Seneca Jankel. I was recommended this by another friend, a good friend of mine, and it's a really good book. It's interesting because this book is all about breakthroughs and how you can develop breakthroughs in your life. And usually when we talk about breakthroughs or solving issues and stuff, people don't usually come at it with one angle. So I feel like Nick does a really good job of tying in science and like the more like spiritual, energetic, like emotional, physical things that way of looking at it. So like basically, I guess what I'm saying is, like when people talk about woo-woo stuff, which is really not, or new age stuff, which is really not new age, but it's like, pretty ancient wisdom. I feel like he does a really good job of meshing that ancient wisdom with science and explaining practical and simple things that we can do on a daily basis to achieve more breakthroughs. And it's really good. I would highly recommend it. So there you go. These are some of the books I've been munching on for the months of January and February. If any of those inspired you to go out and you go pick them up, it's only going to serve you to put that stuff in your mind. So yeah, and if you enjoyed this post, got value out of it, please do share with a friend. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, help us spread this movement here at Saleslucky. All right, thanks guys. Have a great one here.